High schools. The Upperman Bees are back at Sweetwater, Tennessee. Sweetwater High School here in East Tennessee as they get ready to take on the Lenoir City Panthers. Another contest for the Bees. Played yesterday against Smith County. A big win against Smith County, 9-3, one of their best wins of the season, and now a game below 500. Trying to get back to that 500 mark since early on this year. As we'll bring you the quick cash ball and starting 9 for the Bees. They will be the visitors on the scoreboard today. Braden Green leads it off. He plays second base. Chris Wersing will be on the mound batting second. Carson Shoup is the third baseman batting third. Denton Huddleston behind the plate bats fourth. Jackson Green is DHing today batting fifth. Sawyer Brown playing first base for the Bees batting sixth. Batting seventh is Braden Wolke, the right fielder. Dawson Mullins is the shortstop today batting eighth. And Andrew Hedrick rounds out the starting 9 playing in left field. Dalton Mathis will be the center fielder. On the mound for the other side for the Lenoir City Panthers is Isaac Dye. He's got an 0-3 record in 6 appearances so far this season, a 4.30 ERA in 14 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 19 hits, 33 runs, but only 9 have been earned, 23 walks and 21 strikeouts in his season so far, taking on the Bees at 9-10 on the year. The Lenoir City Panthers are 7-10 on the year. They've won 2 games in a row. They beat Gibson County on Thursday 7-4 and Sweetwater yesterday 13-4. Of course, the Bees got a big outing from Maddox Barnes yesterday. Carson Shoup gets a big out, and then Denton Huddleston finishes it off. And the offense, the defense was making some plays. Offense doing just enough to plate those 9 runs. Braden Green steps in, and the first pitch into him was ball 1 to Green. Mentioned those 23 walks and 14 2/3 for Dye on the mound. That'll be something to pay attention to in the outing today. Of course, we'll have Chris Wersing on the other side for the Bees, who had one of his best outings of the year on Tuesday against Livingston Academy. Dye, the righty, delivers home. Swung on, right side of the infield. Second baseman knocks it down. Green trying to beat it out, but the throw beats him in time. And a nice play by the second baseman, Noah Morton, for the first out of the inning here in this top half of the first. So Green is retired on the ground ball, and Chris Wersing, who was able to get the bat going yesterday, able to step to now. With 1 gone, he gets some words of encouragement from one of his seniors in Braden Green before he steps in against Dye on the mound. 1 away here in the top of the first. Overcast skies today, about 70 degrees as we get started here at Sweetwater High School. Wind blowing in from right field as this one swung on. Ground ball left side. Shortstop gloves on the backhand. The throw to first is in time, and Hunter Click able to make the throw. And quick couple of outs here to start this top half of the first for the Lenoir City Panthers in the field. Carson Shoup will step in. He has been swinging it well. Of course, he had the 2 game-winning hits Monday and Tuesday, and he has continued on. Able to get on base multiple times yesterday against Smith County. And I mentioned it, sporting that left elbow guard now after he was hit on the left side a couple of times last weekend and then early this week as well. First pitch into him from Dye, swings and sends it back into the net for strike 1. Shoup will be at third base today. Played behind the plate yesterday. He's been at first base as well. He's been all over the diamond for the Bees so far this season. He steps in with an 0-1 count and 2 gone in the inning here in the top half of the first. Dye, kind of with his back turned towards home plate, brings it home and a good block behind the plate. The count goes to 1-1. Those quick cash pawn starting lineups in the field for the Panthers. Behind the plate, mentioned Connor Turpin. Dye is on the mound. In the infield from left to right, Branson Dean is at third base. Hunter Click is the shortstop. Noah Morton at second base. The first baseman is Gavin Hensley. In the outfield, Nathan Abner is in left. Xander Lavelle is in center. As that one misses inside, and it's 2-1 to Shoup. And the right fielder is Lane Claybo. Shoup has a 2-1 count on him with 2 away. Nobody on for the Bees here in the top half of the first. Bees trying to get back to 500 at 9-10 on the year. They have 2 games today. They'll have Boyd Buchanan coming up after this one. 2-hour and 10-minute time limit in these games at Sweetwater. The 2-1 pitch called strike. That's just strike 2. And a 2-2 count here on Shoup with 2 gone. Dye looks in. And now ready to go. The 2-2 misses outside. The count runs full. A harder thrower than what the Bees have faced here in the last few days. Of course, Riley Martin yesterday. He was touching 90 in that first inning. Dropped down to 87 with that fastball. Dye 85 with that one right there as the count runs full on Shoup. And the payoff. Swing and a miss. It's a strikeout for Dye on the mound in a 1-2-3 inning for the Panthers in the field. They'll come to the plate in the bottom of one as you watch Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Bottom of one here at Sweetwater. No score between the Panthers and the Bees. 1-2-3 inning for the Panthers in the field as the Bees take the field for the first time here in the bottom of the first. Starting nine, those Quick Cash Pawn starting nines brought to you by Quick Cash Pawn. Sander Lavelle leads it off. Hunter Click bats second. Isaac Dye in the third spot for the Panthers. Connor Turpin will bat fourth. Beckett Cusick is the DH batting fifth. Branson Dean bats sixth. Lane Claybo is the right fielder batting seventh. Batting eighth is Gavin Hensley, and Nathan Abner bats ninth. On the mound is Chris Worsing, a 2-3 record this year. He's made 6 appearances and 5 starts. He's got 3 complete games, a 3.11 ERA, 27 innings, 24 hits allowed, 14 runs, 12 have been earned. 46 strikeouts to just 6 walks on the year for Worsing, and his best outing of the year on Tuesday against Livingston Academy, all 7 innings, 4 hits allowed, 1 run. It was unearned, 13 strikeouts and no walks on 93 pitches. He takes on a Lenoir City lineup that is 7-10 on the year. They've won 2 games in a row against Gibson County and Sweetwater, and Worsing will start it off. Let us know where you're watching from, live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Live underway here in East Tennessee. That one is a called strike on the outside corner to Lavelle, the center fielder. Noah's tuned in from my old stomping grounds. He's got to go a couple hours north still for that. He's in Indianapolis for the Final Four coming up later on this evening. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one swung on and missed, and Worsing quickly ahead 0-2. Says he's just cheering on for Cameron today, so Cameron's got a fan out there cheering on as the Bees take on Lenoir City here in East Tennessee. Worsing working out of the windup, and the 0-2 pitch goes with the 2-seam, gets him to swing right through, and it's a strikeout to start off the ball game for Chris Worsing on the mound. Had 13 of them against Livingston Academy on Tuesday night. Starts it off with the first batter to Lavelle here in this one against Lenoir City. Of course, the Bees had an historic win against Lenoir City a few years ago back in 2022, 6-3 at Lenoir City. That was when it was a 1-game sectional. Bees would go on to win the state title that year, as that one is going to hit the helmet of Click, and he will take his bag down to first base. Breaking ball started a little bit inside and didn't quite break enough. So the shortstop for the Panthers will take his free base, and a base runner aboard now for Isaac Dye, who steps to the plate for the first time. He's on the mound. He's also the 3-hole hitter for the Panthers this season. Worsing now will work out of the stretch with a runner on first and 1 gone here in the bottom of 1. This one off the end of the bat towards second base. Greenfield's only play is to first. He gets the out there, and there's 2 gone in the inning. So Click now in a scoring position as Green is able to get the out at first to retire Dye. And now Connor Turpin, the catcher, will come to the plate for the first time here in the bottom of 1 with a runner on second base and 2 outs. Worsing trying to work around the hit batter, Click, the shortstop standing on second base. After the Panthers win 1-2-3 with a couple of ground outs and a strikeout in the top half. Turpin had to get the gear off, and now we'll step in. Worsing has Denton Huddleston behind the dish. We'll get to those alignment in the field here in a second. Worsing delivers home. The breaking ball swung on and a ground ball foul. It's 0-1. In the field for the Bees today, Carson Shoup is at third base. Shortstop is Dawson Mullen. Second baseman is Braden Green. Over at first base is Sawyer Brown. He played great yesterday at that spot. In the outfield, Andrew Hendrick is in left. Don Mathis is the center fielder. And the right fielder is Braden Wolke with Den Huddleston behind the plate. A 1 count here to Turpin as Worsing will step off and step back in. 2 gone in the inning and a runner on second for the Panthers. Worsing looks to second and brings it home. Throws it behind the runner in Turpin, and trying to take third base in the process is Click. He's able to do so. A 1-1 count here to Turpin. So Click stands on third. He was hit by a pitch, advanced to second on the ground ball by Dye, and now able to get over to third base on the wild pitch. Worsing delivers home the 1-1. Swung on, grounder back up the middle. Worsing gloves. He turns to first, and he gets the out to get out of the inning. He strands a runner in the process. No score through 1. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
No score between the Panthers and the Bees here at Sweetwater High School. 4-5 and 6-2 up for the Bees in the top of 2. Denton Huddleston, Jackson Green, and Sawyer Brown for an Upperman team that's trying to get back to 500 for the first time in a long time this season. They started 2-1, and then it got into a little bit of a rough patch. Had a lot of close games involved in there. Just had those one big inning where it would get away from them. Very young team, of course, this year, and they're starting to figure it out as they've begun district play with a 3-1 record, sweeping Livingston Academy earlier this week, and then getting their fell on Thursday here at Sweetwater against Saudi Daisy before beating Smith County yesterday in a big win, one of their biggest wins of the year, 9-3. Didn't have too many hits, but a lot of errors by that Smith County defense, and the Upperman defense played really well as that one misses inside to Huddleston. We saw Huddleston on the mound yesterday for just the second time this season. Pitched really well all around the zone as he eyes down Dye on the mound. That one misses low and inside. The count 2-0 here on Huddleston at the plate. Dye was really good in the first. Couple of ground outs and a strikeout to retire the side. Sitting about mid-80s with that fastball. He can drop it down with the breaking ball as well. So good amount of velocity today with Chris Worsing on the other side and get into the upper 80s. This one popped up and will sail up and out of play for strike 1. Sun is trying to peek out here at Sweetwater. Mentioned the overcast skies. There is a chance for some precipitation at some point in the ball game today, maybe game number 2. We hope that holds off. The 2-1 on the way. That one swung on in the air. That one's going to sail out of play over the right field fence, and it's 2-2. Just a little bit out front for Huddleston there. He steps in with a 2-2 count. First batter here in the top of the second. In the cleanup spot again is the freshman. Dye. That angled turn now brings it home. The breaking ball misses inside, and the count runs full for a second straight batter. Carson Shoup worked to full counts, and then an elevated fastball from Dye got him to swing underneath. Huddleston will step in with a full count to open it up here in the second and ask for time. He's got something in his eye, so he'll take a beat and step back in. Dye's ready to go, so is Huddleston at the plate. And the 3-2 pitch. It's going to be ball 4. Pretty good spot, but it's a walk to lead it off here in the top of the second as Denton Huddleston makes his way down to first base. So it'll be a courtesy runner on here for Denton Huddleston. Rylan Case will come on to run over at first base. And Jackson Green DHing today. Might see him on the mound coming up in game number 2 against Boyd Buchanan. That's going to be a tough contest for these Bees as they try to get a win against Lenoir City, who's played a really good schedule, similar to the Bees this season at 7-10 on the year. So Case over at first now after the leadoff walk to Huddleston. Jackson Green out of the plate for the first time here in the top of the second. And that one misses downstairs for ball 1. Bees had a patient approach at the plate yesterday against Riley Martin and the Smith County Owls, and they were able to get on base and had some really smart base running. The 1-0 on the way. That one's upstairs. It's 2-0. Haven't been super aggressive on the base paths. You got Turpin behind the plate for the Panthers today as well. And a pretty hard thrower on the mound makes it a little bit difficult. 2-0 here to Green. Check over to first. Back in safely, Case. Dye continues to work out of the stretch. Now time asked for by Green. He'll step out. Comes the 2-0. Swung on, fouled off. It's 2-1. Green worked a heck of an AB yesterday against Riley Martin. He's been able to see the ball well and maybe helping yesterday seeing Riley Martin now dealing with a little bit of velocity as well. And Isaac Dye on the mound mentioned he's gotten up to 85 so far. Seeing 90 yesterday and may make it a little bit easier to work with Dye on the mound today. Check to first again. Pretty good check, but back in safely is Case. Sawyer Brown stands in the on-deck circle. He has been playing really well for the Bees. Got some action at first base. Runner goes. Swung on by Green. Flared out to left. Got to be trouble for the left fielder. He comes on, able to make the catch. Case was way off the bag at first, but it's in a tough spot, so he's able to get back in safely. A nice play by the left fielder for the Panthers and Nathan Abner, who had to turn on the Jets to get there in time. And there's one gone in the inning. So Sawyer Brown, who's been DHing for the last week or so, gets the start at first base yesterday and today. And, man, he played well at first base yesterday. A couple of nice picks. Made some nice plays in the field, and he is still swinging the bat well. One of the best averages on the team, over 300 so far. One gone in the inning here on the top of 2. Case, another check. He's back in. Brown was our Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game yesterday. Reached base 3 times, couple of singles and a walk. He scored a run. Also drove in a run. There's a strike across to him. It's 0-1. One of the many freshmen on this talented Bees roster. He's got the strike on him, so he'll call time and step out. We asked that question on Thursday. Is it just after the first pitch or after the first strike? After the first strike. We learned that yesterday as we started to pay attention. And the 0-1. Check swing. He offered, and it was a strike anyways. 0-2. So Brown behind 0-2. Case over at first base. He's running for Denton Huddleston, who drew the walk to open the inning. Jackson Green flew out to left. Another check. And that time the first baseman has to go down and kind of field it like a ground ball. And Gavin Hensley over there at first base. Dye, a fairly quick worker, ready to go. The 0-2 pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bees had their 2 games against Livingston Monday, Tuesday. Another game against Saturday on Thursday. Yesterday against Smith, and 2 more today. A lot of baseball this week for Upperman. Just 1 next week at DeKalb County. That one is fouled up and out of play, and the count remains at 1-2. Chance to work on some things in practice coming up next week and take on a former district opponent in the Tigers. Possible future region opponent now this season. Brown will step in with a 1-2 count and 1 away and a runner on first. Tried the hit and run with Green at the plate in the last AB. Case takes a good secondary lead. That one misses inside, and the count runs to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sawyer Brown at the plate. The off-speed that time all the way down to 72 for Dye on the mound. Dye ready. The 2-2 pitch upstairs. Count runs full. Third full count of the game so far for Dye. He's got a strikeout and a walk on the first two. Brown steps close to the plate in that right-handed batter's box. And the payoff from Dye. Case takes off and misses inside. It's ball four. Second walk in the inning. And Sawyer Brown works a good AB there after being behind at 0-2. So Case up to second base. Brown to first. And here comes Braden Wolke, who's also been swinging a really good bat. Batting here at the 7 spot in the lineup. It brings a lot of production from this spot. He's got runners on first and second. The first real opportunity for the Bees here in this game in the top of the second with one away. Dye trying to work around a little bit of trouble. He went clean in the first, 1-2-3, and he gets a strike across there with the 85-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 0-1. Wolke out in right field today. Chokes up on the bat with runners on first and second. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. Nice job by Turpin to get out to it, and it's 1-1. Seen this backstop, it can come into play a good amount. There is a little bit of padding, not a huge backstop, but with that turf infield, it can take some awkward hops, especially if it gets all the way to the concrete wall. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. It's 1-2. The elevated fastball that time, up to 86 on the gun for Dye. As the sun peeks out here at Sweetwater and warms up a little bit. We'll welcome that today. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Wolke. Runners on first and second and 1 away here in the top of 2. No score between the Panthers and the Bees at Sweetwater. Dye brings it home. The breaking ball misses just inside. A good pitch, but it goes to 2-2. It's a pretty good take by Braden Wolke. He'll ask for time, make sure he's got the play card right, and steps back in. Case stands on second base, being held on by Hunter Click, the shortstop. He stands right behind him. The delivery from Dye, down low and outside. And the count runs full again for the second straight batter and the third time here in this second inning. He's issued a couple of walks so far in the inning, both on full counts. A fly out to Green is the only out so far. Wolke has worked a full count. The pitch from Dye. Swung on right side, gloved by the first baseman. He turns to second. No throw there. Everybody else able to advance. So Wolke gets the job done, able to at least get a productive out to move runners into scoring position. And the 3 unassisted over at first base for Gavin Hensley to retire the second out of the inning. So Dawson Mullins now an opportunity here in the 8th spot in the lineup. He had been the leadoff batter for most of the time since he had returned from basketball. Now the freshman, he was able to find his way aboard with getting hit a couple of times yesterday against Smith County. Has 2 outs in the inning and runners on second and third. First pitch to him right there for strike 1. Andrew Hedrick stands in the on-deck circle in the 9 spot for the Bees. Mullins at the plate has Case at third and Brown at second. Dye delivers the 0-1 inside, ball 1. And Mullins got to turn just at the last second there. Back at shortstop today with Worsing on the mound. Played second base yesterday with Worsing at short. The 1-1 outside. A little bit breezy today, blowing in from right field towards that third base dugout. Sun peeking through the overcast skies here at Sweetwater in East Tennessee. The 2-1 count here to Dawson Mullins. Dye delivers upstairs, 3-1. Mentioned the walks have been an issue for Dye on the mound this season. 23 of them and 14 2/3 coming into this game. He has walked 2 batters here in this inning. He's got 2 outs, runners on second and third, and a 3-1 count here to Mullins. Mullins asks for time. You can tell that has been a point of emphasis for the Bees this season. Try to throw off the timing of the pitcher on the mound, especially late in these ABs. If you're Sawyer Brown, it's after that first strike. There's the 3-1 pitch. It misses inside. Ball 4. Third walk of the inning drawn by the Bees, and it's bases loaded for Andrew Hedrick, the 9-batter in the lineup. So Hedrick, a big opportunity here. And they'll have a quick visit to the mound for Dye. With 2 gone and the bases juiced, Hedrick so far this season, he's up to 233 batting average. Those going into the game yesterday. He has driven in 6 runs as well, drawn 7 walks. He's been able to get on base with the on-base percentage of 340. So he's trying to find a big spot here with the bases loaded. A long visit on the mound here to Dye as he tries to figure it out. Hedrick, an opportunity here for the Bees with 2 gone, and the base is juiced. 3 walks in the inning. Been the base runner so far. Fly out and a ground out in between for the 2 outs. Case at third, Brown at second, and Mullins now at first as Hedrick steps in for his first plate appearance today with 2 gone in the top of 2. Looking for a base hit to break this one open in the second. That one misses low and inside for ball 1. And Turpin has done a nice job. There's been a few of those misses both upstairs and down low. He's been able to keep everything in front so far. The 1-0 from Dye. Misses inside. That one gets away from Turpin. Case trying to score from third. He will do so. And the Bees take a 1-0 lead here in the top of 2. So Ryland Case, the runner for Denton Huddleston, scores. It's a 1-0 lead. Brown up to third. Mullins up to second. And a 2-0 count to Andrew Hedrick at the plate. 3 walks in the inning so far for Dye, and he's behind here 2-0. Standing in the on-deck circle is Braden Green. It was the top 3 in the lineup for the Bees that went down in order with a couple of ground outs and a strikeout to open up the game. There's a strike across, and it's 2-1. Hedrick able to see one, now ready to go as he steps into that left-handed batter's box with the runners on second and third and 2 gone. 2-1 on the way. Swung on, grounder right side, bounces high in the air, gloved by Hensley, and he steps on the bag for the final out of the inning. But the Bees able to cash home 1 run. They lead 1-0. Panthers back to the plate in the bottom of 2. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Upperman leads 1-0 as we enter the bottom of 2. Panthers back to the plate, 5, 6, and 7 due up for them. Beckett Cusick, Branson Dean, and Lane Claybo. Quick cash pawn in the field for the Bees today. Mentioned it is behind the plate, Denton Huddleston. Left to right in the infield is Carson Shoup at third. Dawson Mullins at short. Second baseman is Braden Green. First baseman is Sawyer Brown. In the outfield from left to right, Andrew Hedrick. In left center fielder is Don Mathis. And the right fielder is Braden Wolke. Stepping in will be Beckett Cusick. He is the designated hitter in the 5th spot. He'll lead it off here in the 2nd. Panthers got 1 base runner in the 1st. A hit by pitch to Hunter Click. Strikeout and a couple of ground outs induced by Chris Wersing on the mound to get out of the inning and strand the runner at third base. He was able to advance there after a wild pitch. Wersing's first pitch into Cusick, swing and a miss, 0-1. Got some tunes going on here in the 2nd. They finally get him shut off. Comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good spot by Worsing as he works that outside part of the plate, and it's 0-2. The changeup there from Worsing. He's been able to mix that in quite a bit today. And the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, slow roller, and it is going to roll foul as Brown is there to pick it up in foul territory. And it's an 0-2 count still on Cusick. We'll try it again. These will get Boyd Buchanan coming up in game number 2 today. I mentioned 2-hour and 10-minute time limit in the game, so we got to that in the 5th inning against Sadi Daisy the other day, and there was only 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch from Worsing. Swung on and missed. The second strikeout for Chris Worsing in the ball game. It's the first out of the inning here in this bottom of the 2nd. Worsing 13 Ks in 7 innings against Livingston Academy on Tuesday night. He's got 2 early on here in this bottom of the 2nd with 1 away as the third baseman Branson Dean steps in for the first time into that right-handed batter's box. Lenoir City has scored 7 and 13 runs in their last 2 games. A little bit different today against Chris Worsing, the ace for the Bees. You'll see Jackson Green coming up as well. That's a swing and a miss on the inside fastball from Worsing. It's 0-1. Worsing, you'll see, he can get up into the upper 80s. We've seen him touch 90 last season. The breaking ball grounded left side into foul territory, and he's quickly ahead 0-2. And that is his recipe for success. Get ahead, and then he can kind of go anywhere on 0-2. That's how he was able to work the 13 Ks on Tuesday night at Livingston. Big win as well to get the series sweep 2-1. That one high elevated fastball at 87. Hard to lay off of back-to-back Ks for Worsing, and there's 2 gone here in the 2nd. So the right fielder, Lane Claybo, will step in with nobody on and 2 gone, and a 1-0 lead for the Bees here in the bottom of 2. Bees were able to bring quite a few base runners to the plate, or to the base paths in that 2nd inning, but only plated 1 run. So they stranded a couple. First pitch into Claybo, misses outside. It's 1-0. Been able to get ahead in almost every single batter except for a hit click. And now the 1-0. That one misses outside. 2-0. Mixing in a lot more off speed today against Lenoir City. Seen the fastball a few times. Comes the 2-0 from Worsing. Goes with the fastball that time, but it dips a little bit low, and it's 3-0. Worsing started off with a couple of strikeouts. Now trying to work his way back against Claybo. Here comes the 3-0. That one's right there for strike 1. Dipped it down to 83 that time on the gun. We've seen him at 87 so far early on here in the contest. Seen 86 on the other side from Dye. Time is asked for. Claybo will step back in. 3-1. Swing and a miss. It's full. So Worsing got behind 3-0, has worked his way back to 3-2. Sun comes back out. He's ready to go. And the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. 3 straight strikeouts in the inning for Chris Worsing. We're through 2, and the Bees lead it 1-0. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
At the Quality family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
We provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality family. Trusted care right where life happens.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Back to the plate here in the top of 3, and it's the top of the lineup. Braden Green, Chris Worsing, and Carson Shoup. Isaac Dye still on the mound for the Lenoir City Panthers, who played a couple of times in the last couple of days here at Sweetwater High School. The Bees went back to Carthage to take on the Smith County Owls in a non-district game. Got a big win yesterday, 9-3, to get back to 9-10 on the year. Now trying to get back to 500 and a chance to get over 500 for the first time since they were 2-1 to start the season this year. Braden Green 0 for 1 so far with a ground out to the right side of the infield. He's in this leadoff spot. Big reason why his on-base percentage is just way up there, and he's starting to bring that batting percentage up as well. 441 going into the game yesterday, and he was able to reach a few times yesterday out of that leadoff spot. He reached 2 times. He drove in a run and scored twice. So Green has his second plate appearance today against Dye on the mound. First pitch swinging and sends it up and out of play for strike 1. Dye struggled to limit the walks in that second inning. 3 walks resulted in 1 run for the Bees as it got away from Turpin behind the plate. No hits in the inning, but it will run across and they lead 1-0. Dye delivers the 0-1. That's down low for ball 1. Seeing the power from Green this week as well. Was able to poke one into the left center gap against Livingston Academy Tuesday night. 1-1 downstairs. 2 balls and a strike here to Green. That's also why he's here at this top part of the lineup, not only to get on base, but then if that bottom part of the lineup on the other side is able to get on, he's able to bring him around. Comes the 2-1 from Dye. That one's upstairs, 3-1. Green ahead in the count with a hitter's count here at the top of the third. Nobody on, nobody out. Long look in for Dye, now ready. And the 3-1 delivery. That's ball 4. So Braden Green finds his first trip to first base today. It's the 4th walk issued by Dye on the mound. He's been the only base runner so far. As the Bees look for their first hit of the contest here in the top of the 3rd inning. With a 1-0 lead, Chris Worsing to the plate with a runner on first and nobody out. This is where the Bees feel like they can really cash in the opportunity here at the top part of the lineup. Green, short lead over at first. The first pitch to Worsing is a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Dye has struggled to get ahead on batters so far today, and when he has, it's been the Bees that have been patient to get back to a full count a few times. 1 is way upstairs. That goes all the way through the backstop. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Shoop over there just took a shot. You good? Yikes, that went through the net. Well, we may not be in a good spot here. It's 1-1 here to Worsing. Well, everybody's moving from the middle bleachers. We're going to stick here. Here's the 1-1 to Worsing. In the process, Green took second base. And that one misses inside. It's 2-1. It somehow got through the net, kind of on the underside of the net, and here into the bleachers. Comes the 2-1 on the way. That one swung on, popped up and out of play, and it's 2-2 here on Worsing. Green at second base with a 2-2 count to Worsing at the plate, and nobody out here in the top half of 3. Plate umpire going to get some more baseballs. Shoop in the on-deck circle. Worsing at the plate. Green stands on second as the Bees lead 1-0 here in the top of 3 with nobody out. And the 2-2 pitch outside gets away again to the backstop, and Green will take third. So a 3-2 count worked by Chris Worsing. Green now stands at third base. As Dye trying to find that strike zone against one of the best batters in the lineup for the Bees. He's got the highest batting percentage, just under 500 on the year. It struggled for the last few games, but able to find his rhythm a little bit yesterday against the Owls. Here's the payoff. And it's ball 4. Got faked out a little bit there by the home plate umpire. Back-to-back walks and runners on the corners now for Carson Shoup. And you're going to get a courtesy runner on here for Chris Worsing as Jackson West will come on to run for Worsing. Save his legs a little bit. He'll make his way off. So Carson Shoup to the plate with the runners on the corners and nobody out here in the top half of 3. Turpin will call out the first and third signs to his infield. Corners holding on a little bit. Middle infield in that double play depth with nobody out here in the top of 3. Shoup, another big opportunity. He's had some big-time hits this week. He's got another opportunity here with the runners on first and third and nobody out. First pitch from Dye is outside for ball 1. 5 walks issued by Isaac Dye so far today. He had a clean first inning, 2 groundouts and a strikeouts. Since then, there's been base runners for the Bees, all of them walks. This one ripped by Shoup out towards center field, giving chases Lavelle. He tracks it down, makes the catch. Tagging up to score will be Braden Green. It's a sac fly RBI for Carson Shoup. So a nice job again by Shoup. It scores the run as Green brings that second run across for the Bees. It's 2-0. And Worsing's runner and Jackson West stayed put over there at first base. 1 out in the inning. Denton Huddleston to the plate. He walked and scored the first run of the game for the Bees. Or I beg your pardon, Ryland Case did. And it'll be a visit to the mound, and they will have a change on the mound. It's a call to the bullpen for the Panthers. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this brand new construction on the Caney Fork River in Sparta. This home sits on 1.6 acres with 190 feet of river frontage and boasts 2,300 square feet of living space with a spacious 2-car garage. Enjoy the river views from your beautiful expanded covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Back here at Sweetwater High School, call to the bullpen for the Lenoir City Panthers. Stephen Abercrombie from the bullpen will come to the mound for the relief appearance of Isaac Dye, who goes those first couple of innings, has recorded 1 out here in this 3rd inning. He is responsible for the base runner over at first base in Jackson West. He faces Denton Huddleston, that being Stephen Abercrombie, on the mound. He's got a 4.67 ERA this season, 6 appearances so far for Abercrombie, and he has given up 7 hits in 15 innings, 14 runs. 10 of them have been earned. He's got 12 walks and 18 strikeouts in those 15 innings of work so far. So a new pitcher for the Panthers here in the top of 3 with a 1 away. West over at first base running for Chris Worsing, who drew a walk. That's been the only base runner so far for the Bees. 5 walks issued by Dye as he checks out after 2 1/3. Huddleston to the plate. He drew a walk his first time up, and then Ryland Case came on to run for him. He scored the first run of the game for the Bees. Bees got another one across here from Braden Green, who drew a walk and scored to open up the inning here in the 3rd on the sac fly RBI by Carson Shoup. Breaking ball is ripped by Huddleston, but he's out in front, and it's 0-1. Abercrombie a little bit slower on the velocity compared to Dye, who was getting up to about 85, 86 on the gun. That breaking ball was at 67. Check to first, diving back in just barely as West. He had a pretty healthy lead over there at first base. He's been able to get back in safely. Haven't tested Turpin yet. They had the hit and run on one time. It was swung on by Green and sent out to left field. There's the pitch. Breaking ball again. They do test him this time, and that's an easy stolen bag for West on a 64-mile-an-hour pitch. No chance for Turpin on the throwdown. So West able to take second base. And now a runner in scoring position. Someone missed outside for ball one. 1-1 count here to Huddleston at the plate. Abercrombie ready to go and delivers home. Swung on, ground ball. It'll stay foul. And the count 1-2. He's up to 81 that time, so he's able to kind of move it around with that velocity. They get the baseball back in from the dugout. Make sure home plate umpire is good to go there. We've got some blue skies now at Sweetwater. Some of the clouds starting to part ways. Feels pretty good here at Sweetwater High School. Wind still breezy, blowing in from right field. Standing at second base is West in a 2-0 lead for the Bees with nobody out here in the top, or one out here in the top of three. That one check swing on the elevated fastball, and they say he did not go. The count goes to 2-2. Huddleston will step back in with a 2-2 count. Just feels like the Bees are one or two hits away from plating a few. I've drawn 5 walks. Have only scored 2 runs. The 2-2 pitch just fouled off by Huddleston. A good breaking ball in the outside corner, and it was going to be close. So he just gets a piece of it to stay alive. Stephen Abercrombie on the mound in relief of Isaac Dye. Facing his first batter in Huddleston, and the 2-2 pitch swung on, ripped out to right center, drifting down. Center fielder plays it well. Lavelle over to it quickly and has a quick throw in. That's a great job by the center fielder in Lavelle, who was shading that way. Makes the catch for the second out of the inning and keeps West at second base in the process. So Jackson Green, the DH, will now step 2. He flew out to left his first time up, kind of that flared ball out to left. Aber made a nice play on it. He read it well and was able to get to it quickly. Green now an opportunity with a runner at scoring position and 2 gone in the inning. The pitch from Abercrombie. That's a good breaking ball as it just kind of dips away from the bat of Green, and it's strike 1 as he swings through. Abercrombie looks back, now brings it home. Breaking ball, misses outside for ball 1. 1-1 count here to Green with 2 away and a runner on second. 1 run already through for the Bees. Sprain Green drew a walk and scored on the sac fly by Carson Shoup. The pitch and fouled off 1-2. Abercrombie has done a nice job really mixing up the velocity. He's been all the way up to 81, all the way down to 64. Keeps you off balance at the plate as Green steps in. Close to the plate in that left-handed batter's box. The 1-2 pitch upstairs. Turpin can't quite snag, and West will take third base. So another runner 90 feet away for the Bees. The count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Green at the plate. Here's the pitch. Outside, full count again. So Dye walked 5 batters in 2 1/3 of his outing. A lot of full counts in there as well. Abercrombie now on the mound. His first full counts and his second batter faced. Delivers home the payoff. It's inside ball 4. Jackson Green works the walk. So another base runner aboard. The Bees have drawn 6 walks on the day. First one issued by Abercrombie. And now coming to the plate will be Sawyer Brown with runners on the corners and 2 gone. Coach Shanks barks out the call. West at third, Green at first. And Brown will step in for his second plate appearance. He drew a walk back in the second. He was stranded at third base. He was another one of those that was able to work a full count. First pitch from Abercrombie, misses upstairs. And it's 1-0. Green, a good lead. He got him on the double move. Now he's going to run at him. The Bees trying to score the run. They get the out first, though. And that's where Green, he's got to stop and try to run back to first to score that run. But they get the out before. And so it's just going to remain 2-0 with the Panthers coming back to the plate. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. They also provide snow and ice removal during the cold winter months. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Chris Wersing struck out the side in the second inning. He's up to 4 strikeouts in the ball game. He faces 8-9-1 in the order now for the Panthers. Gavin Hensley, Nathan Abner, and then back to the top, and Xander Lavelle as the Bees have a 2-0 lead. They don't have a hit yet in the ball game, but they've had 6 base runners reach by way of walk. They were caught stealing theirs. Jackson Green kind of got caught in the run down and then was tagged out at second base. The Bees were unable to score the run before it. So just a 2-0 lead right now for the Bees. As Gavin Hensley, the first baseman, will have his first plate appearance today. Wind picks up a little bit. You can see the American flag out in right field blowing across the field. More of a crosswind rather than in. From first to third now, Wersing breaking ball across for strike one. And Wersing again has the goods today. He had it on Tuesday against Livingston. He has been solid through the first 7 batters in the lineup today. Just one base runner. It was a hit by pitch. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball, softly rolled left side. Shoop charges on, quick transfer, high throw. Brown gets to it and applies the tag. A nice job by Sawyer Brown yet again defensively. Gets to the baseball first and still able to secure the out. So now 6 in a row retired by Wersing after the hit batter. Nathan Abner, the left fielder, steps to the plate for the first time today. Wersing's first. Elevated fastball. They want to check down to first. He did not go, and it's 1-0. Huddleston behind the plate. Saw him on the mound yesterday, and he was really solid. You'll see Jackson Green at some point today for the Bees as well. I'm going to guess starting game number 2. This one kind of sawed off. Brown gives chase, but can't quite get there in time as it bounces in foul territory. And it's 1-0 now on Abner, the left fielder, who's made a nice play in the field so far out in left. Perfect day for baseball right now. There is a chance for some precipitation. We're going to hope that holds off. 2 games today for the Bees. Get Boyd Buchanan coming up in game number 2. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Abner reapplies the batting glove to the right hand before he steps in. Wersing ahead in the count again. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off just barely as it goes off the net and into the Lenoir City dugout on the first base side. Wersing been working ahead in almost every single batter. He did have a full count against Lane Claybo. Was still able to get the strikeouts and the inning in the second. Got behind 3-0 in that batter. Wersing, the 1-2 again. Dips outside. All the way down to 70 miles an hour on that breaking ball. It's 2-2. Kind of had to pause a second as well. The time was being asked for. He's kind of already into his motion. as he works out of the windup. The quick worker in Worsing, and the pitch. This is downstairs, pops out of the mid of Huddleston. The count runs full for just the second time today for Chris Worsing on the mound. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Abner with 1 away, and nobody on for the Panthers here in the bottom of 3. We hit the 2-hour and 10-minute time limit. It is a hard time limit. Hit that against Saudi Daisy on Thursday. This one swung on, bounced, and that'll be a foul ball. And had a bit of an earlier start time here today. It was supposed to start at 11 o'clock local time on the Eastern time zone. Started a few minutes before that. We're A-okay with that. 11:48 right now here local time. Worsing delivers the payoff. Swung on, rip left side. Carson Shoup gloves with the left hand. Nice job by Shoup. Plays it perfectly and able to glove it for the second out of the inning. So again, the Upperman defense making a nice play. Shoup, couple of outs so far here in the inning. It's back to the top for Xander Lavelle now. The center fielder's made some nice plays out in center today. Couple of outs, nobody on for him. The leadoff batter in the lineup, 0 for 1 with a strikeout against Worsing so far, and that one misses outside with the changeup, 1-0. Lavelle with a 1 batting glove on his right hand, top hand bare. And the 1-0 shows bunts, pulls it back. It's 2-0. Shoup was playing back on the dirt-shaded turf here at the infield at Sweetwater. He steps back even with the bag at third base. The 2-0 pitch right down Broadway for strike 1. Worsing hasn't been behind in too many batters. He's been able to work his way back in each of them when he has gotten behind. Still 2-1 here to Lavelle. He brings home the pitch. It's outside. 3 balls and a strike. And now Denton Huddleston will trot out to the mound and talk with his junior. 3-1 count here to the batter in Lavelle. Panthers 7-10 on the year. Couple of wins in a row against Gibson County on Thursday, 7-4. Beat Sweetwater yesterday here at Sweetwater, 13-4. Of course, the Bees have already played 4 games this week. 3-1 in those games. Still 2 more today, including this one right now. Have just 1 game next week at DeKalb County. Comes the 3-1 from Worsing. That's downstairs, ball 4. First walk issued by Worsing this week. And it's a 2-out base runner aboard for the Panthers, as Hunter Click, who was hit by a pitch his first time up, will come to the plates. Coach Farley first will have a visit to the mound with Chris Worsing in the infield for the Bees with 2 away here in the bottom of 3. The Bees leading 2-0. And we'll get a check of the SK Creations scoreboard as well. Some games going on today on a Saturday. Mentioned some big wins yesterday as Cookeville fell to Ravenwood yesterday. 2-0 right now. Upperman leading. Not too many games going on right now. Of course, Upperman will play Boyd Buchanan coming up in a little bit. Central Magnet playing an out-of-state team. They trail 12-7. And Woodwell softball is beating Knox Central 8-0. Those are the only games going on right now. Boyd Buchanan and Upperman coming up a little bit later on. Tullahoma playing Wabash out of Indiana. It's a county over from where I grew up. They're playing today. On the SK Creations scoreboard yesterday, Livingston Academy beats Monterey 16-6. Watertown, who the Bees could see in the region tournament later on this year, if they're able to make it there, beat Portland 13-1. Mentioned Cookeville fell to Ravenwood 11-6. We'll see Cookeville in the high school baseball game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture coming up on Tuesday at 6 o'clock at Cookeville. 2 away in the inning, and Hunter Click to the plate after the walk issued to Lavelle. It's a ball to open it up, 1-0. So Worsing trying to find the strike zone again. Got a couple of outs, ground out and a line out for the first 2 outs of the inning after striking out the side in the second. The 1-0 count here to Click, the shortstop. That breaking ball dips outside. Runner kind of got off. Huddleston throw down to second is a good one, and the tag is applied. Denton Huddleston, a dot down to Dawson Mullins at second base. They catch him stealing. The Bees able to get out of the inning, and they still lead 2-0. We had a 4. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Bees lead at 2-0. It's the top of 4 here at Sweetwater High School taking on the Lenoir City Panthers here in game number 1. It'll be Boyd Buchanan coming up in game number 2. Sawyer Brown leads it off 6, 7, and 8 due up here for the Bees in the top of the 4th. Brown was up at the plate when Jackson Green was caught stealing to end the 3rd. And Brown will come to the plate here for the second time today. He walked his first plate appearance, followed by Braden Wolke and Dawson Mullins here in the inning. Denton Huddleston was able to catch a runner stealing there to end the bottom of the 3rd against the Panthers. As the Bees were in the field through 3, 2-0 lead for the Bees. They don't have a hit yet, but they've got 2 runs across. They've had 6 base runners reach, all of them by way of walk. Brown will step in here for his second plate appearance, opening it up here in the top of 4. And that one bounces away from Turpin. Abercrombie still on the mound. He took over in relief of Isaac Dye and went 2 1/3. He issued 5 walks and a couple of runs to his name. Cools off a little bit as the wind picks up and the sun dips away behind the clouds. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's downstairs, 2-0. Mentioned the chance for showers today at some point at Sweetwater. It was really nice. Starting it off here in the game when the sun comes out and gets nice and warm. Breaking ball, called strike, catches a piece of the inside corner, 2-1. On Brown will step in, and then he will ask for time once Abercrombie is set. There it is. And now he's ready to go. Abercrombie delivers. Another breaking ball, same spot, 2-2. That one was even a little bit closer as it dips into that inside corner. 2-2 count here to the leadoff batter in the 4th for the Bees. Another breaking ball swung on, and that one's going to be a ground ball. So Brown able to get to it that time, just a little bit out in front. Sends it foul down that third base line. Comes the 2-2 pitch. Another breaking ball, back up right side. Second baseman plays it nicely. Morton at second makes the grab for the first out of the inning on the flared line drive. So Brown got the barrel to it, but puts it right to Morton at second base. Actually looks like Isaac Dye is now there at second base. He makes a nice catch. And so 1 gone in the inning here in the top of the 4th. Braden Wolke will have a chance at the plate. Grounded out to Hensley at first base his first time up. Swings first pitch. Slow roller up the middle. Shortstop click. Has it. Quick transfer. Low throw. It's gloved out by Hensley. And back-to-back outs to open it up here in the 4th for Abercrombie on the mound. Nice job by Hensley there. Kind of in an awkward spot, but able to glove it. And there's 2 down for Dawson Mullins now with nobody on for the Bees. They lead 2-0 on the top of 4. Mullins will step in. He reached on the walk, stranded at second base, back in the 2nd. That's a called strike on the outside corner. Abercrombie will come set and deliver the 0-1. Outside, ball 1. Breaking ball. Just misses inside. Well, Sawyer Brown is kind of wishing that was called a ball when he was at the plate. It's a 2-1 count here to Mullins. He'll ask for time and step out. Two gone in the inning and a 2-1 count here to Mullins. The delivery swung on down the right field line and just foul. Mullins just a little bit late there as the count goes to 2-2. Choke up on the bat and bring the two-strike approach with two gone and nobody on for the Bees here in the top of 4. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball lays off and the count runs full. He did not go as they check down to the field umpire at first base. 3-2 to Mullins. And the payoff. Breaking ball swings right through. Strike 3. A clean inning for Stephen Abercrombie on the mound. And we head to the bottom of 4. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
2-0 lead still for the Bees as we get going here in the bottom of 4. Chris Wersing takes the mound for his 4th inning of action. He's allowed just a few base runners so far, just 2 of them, a hit by pitch and a walk to the Panthers. There hasn't been a hit on either side yet in this ball game, but there's been base runners aboard for both sides and 2 runs across for the Bees. Wersing trying to work another clean inning against 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup for the Panthers. Hunter Click, Isaac Dye, and Connor Turpin. Click was at the plate when Xander Lavelle kind of got off the bag and then was caught stealing by Denton Huddleston to end that 3rd inning. So Click will step in for his 2nd appearance, hit by a pitch in the 1st. And the home plate umpire having a chat with the field umpire down at first base, so we'll wait a second. He's ready to go, and he'll step back in. Wersing ready to begin his 4th inning of action as Mathis shifts over more towards straightaway center with Click at the plate. Wersing's first pitch, the breaking ball, a really good one. Where'd that miss? That's ball 1. Swung on and missed, 1-1. Wersing gotten up to 87 with that fastball so far, sitting in the mid-80s. The 1-1 breaking ball, that one fouled back, 1-2. Wersing again quickly ahead here on another batter for the Panthers. He's got 4 strikeouts out of 4 of those in the first couple of batters, or first couple of innings, I should say. And the 1-2 dips outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hunter Click at the plate. Leadoff man here in the inning in the 4th for the Panthers. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the air to right, and that'll sail out of play. We'll try the 2-2 again. Wersing a lot of off-speed and breaking pitches today. Through 93 pitches on Tuesday in 7 innings, 13 strikeouts. The 2-2 on the way. Saws him off in foul territory. Brown ranges over and makes the catch just in front of the fence in foul territory down that first base line. And the first out of the inning, a nice catch there on the foul out to Sawyer Brown. Again, we've seen Carson Shoup over there at first base. He's at third base today. Sawyer Brown has played really well in a couple of games just yesterday and today. He's been tested quite a few times. He has lived up to it every time. Isaac Dye steps in, grounded out to Green at second base his first time up. Swings at the first pitch he seeds in the air to right. Coming on to it, Green and Wolke. That one's going to drop in no man's land. And then off the bat, Green throws to first, and now they got him in a rundown as Isaac Dye took a turn and the tag is applied. Not sure what Dye was doing there as he took a hard turn at first, and he runs into an out. So that'll be the first hit, but then trying to advance will be tagged out. And heads up play there by Green, who got it in quickly to Brown, who was on the bag. So 2 gone in the inning now, as Connor Turpin will come to the plate with nobody on. But the first hit of the game for the Panthers, first hit of the game for either side. First pitch in there, swing and a miss to Turpin. Turpin grounded out to Worsing on the mound, his first time 0 for 1. Trying to get a little 2-out rally going for the Panthers here at the bottom of 4, and that breaking ball hits him right in the middle of the back. That's an easy way to get aboard. Second hit batter by Worsing today. Oh, yeah, that definitely hit him right in the middle of the bag. So second hit batter today for Worsing. Turpin makes his way down to first base, and they will get a runner on as well. So a courtesy runner comes on for the catcher for the Panthers and Turpin. That'll be Lincoln Bennett to come on to run. And that one misses outside. Huddleston gets to it quickly. Bennett doesn't quite read it, so no throw down. Beckett Cusick at the plate, and a 1-0 count to him now. 2 outs here in the bottom of 4, and a base runner on first for the Panthers. Had 1 hit and a couple of hit batters. Those have been the 3 base runners, and they had a walk in the third. So 4 base runners so far. This one swung on off the end of the bat. It's strike 1 as it's a foul ball, and a 1-1 count here to the DH for the Panthers and Beckett Cusick. He looks to Coach Plumins down in that third base coach's box and steps in. A 1-1 count with a runner on first and 2 away. Worsing out of the stretch, delivers home. The breaking ball kind of sawed off out to left center, and that one will drop. Gets into the gap as well. Left fielder Hedrick to it quickly. Throw comes in, sliding in safely to third, and Cusick into second base safely. It'll be a double with 2 outs, and now runners on second and third for the Lenoir City Panthers. So Bennett up to third base, Cusick up to second, and here comes Branson Dean now as the Panthers threatening here in the bottom of 4 with 2 outs. Second hit of the inning for the Panthers. So they're able to get the outside pitch that time. Cusick sends it into the gap in left center. Got a little bit of help from the wind as well as it tails away from the center fielder in Mathis. Hedrick able to cut it off. And now we're 90 feet away. Is this one? And that's a foul ball off the butt of the bat from Dean. 0-1. A fortunate miss inside that time for Worsing. Dean, the third baseman, 0 for 1 with a strikeout, steps in for his second plate appearance today. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball, left side. Mullins, gloves to his feet. Throw to first in time. And the Bees strand a couple of runners and retain their 2-0 lead. We head to 5. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear DJ say so. Live or online.
Laminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Bees back to the plate here on the top of 5. 2-0 they lead at Sweetwater High School. Game number 1 of 2 today. They'll get Boyd Buchanan coming up after this one. A little bit of a break in between. We'll have a couple of streams as well. So we'll have a new stream for that Boyd Buchanan game coming up in game number 2. Taking on Lenoir City here in game number 1. 9-1 and 2 up for the Bees. Andrew Hedrick, then back to the top and Brayton Green and Chris Worsing. Hedrick grounded out to Hensley at first base his first time up as he leads it off here in the 5th against Stephen Abercrombie on the mound, and it's a swing and a miss there. Abercrombie has come in and really pitched well. Has only allowed 1 base runner so far. He walked the second batter he faced in Jackson Green, and then has retired 3 straight since as Green was caught stealing with Sawyer Brown at the plate. This one swung on. Hedrick sends it out to left center, and that is a well-placed baseball by Andrew Hedrick for the single to lead it off here in the 5th. Again, able to work with the wind that time as he flares it out in that left center gap. Neither the left fielder or center fielder can get to it in time, and a leadoff base runner aboard for the Bees. Brayton Green out of the plate with nobody out and a runner on first. Green walked and scored back in the 3rd. Grounded out in the 1st. 0 for 1 so far. Hedrick a short lead over at first base. Long look in, bunt shown, pulled back, ball 1. We've seen a lot of small ball from the Bees this season. Green, a good bat. Bees, a team, can really bunt it well. Turpin sets up outside. And the 1-0 pitch. Over the middle, Green sends it into foul territory as he tries to push it to that third base side. As it doesn't quite catch the turf quick enough, and it gets into foul territory for strike 1. Coming onto it quickly was the third baseman at Branson Dean as well. He's playing up the line. A few steps in front of that third base bag, expecting the bunt over to that left side of the infield with a runner at first base. Green turns, check to first, Hedrick back in. 1-1 count here to Green. Runner goes. And Green tried to swing at it and sends it into foul territory. It was a pretty good jump by Hedrick as well. It's a 1-2 count now to Green, and Hedrick will make his way back to first. Green steps in, 1 ball and 2 strikes on him, nobody outs. And that one misses for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's been a few good spots by the pitchers today. Both sides of field could have been called strikes. 2-2 count here to Green. We'll see if he can take advantage. The pitch swung on, popped up, and out of play. Tried again at 2-2. Hedrick over at first. He let it off with the single out to left center. First hit of the ball game for the Bees comes in the 5th. They've got the 2 runs across, though, already on 6 walks. And a sac fly RBI by Carson Shoup. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, sent out to left. Abner ranging over and gets there in time. Off the bag was Hedrick halfway, so he has to make his way back to first. And the fly out for Green will keep Hedrick over at first base. Nice job by Abner as well. Again, that wind is blowing it that way from right to left in the field as you look at it from home plate. And so Abner had to go a few extra steps to get to that baseball, but he's been tested a couple of times. He's been able to make a couple of nice catches. Here comes Chris Worsing. Reached on a walk back in the 3rd, grounded out in the 1st. He's got a runner at first and 1 out. Starts the game on the mound today. That breaking ball is across and it misses for ball 1. Interesting to see what they do with the pitching today as well. Worsing threw 93 pitches on Tuesday, so I can't imagine he's super fresh right now. Has been able to work cleanly through 4. That one dips low. Turpin keeps it in front. And the count goes to 2-0. At some point, you'll see Jackson Green. Obviously, no games on Monday and Tuesday for the Bees coming up next week. They don't play until Thursday next week, so they want to keep their top-end guys fresh. 2-0 goes to 3-0, and another nice stop by Turpin. Shoup in the on-deck circle. He drove in the first run of the game, or I beg your pardon, the second run of the game for the Bees. 3-0 here to Worsing. The pitch, downstairs, ball 4. So Worsing will make his way aboard for the second time today. 2 walks drawn, and now runners on first and second for Carson Shoup with 1 away in the top of 5. And looks like we'll have a visit to the mound here as well. Runner will come on. Jackson West on to run for Chris Worsing, the courtesy runner. Carson Shoup to the plate, and they're going to have courtesy runner on for Hedrick as well. Maddox Barnes comes on to run for Hedrick, and I believe that means we're going to see Andrew Hedrick on the mound coming up in relief of Chris Worsing here in a moment. So they'll have a visit to the mound for Lenoir City as well with 1 away here in the top of 5. So Barnes on to run at second base for Hedrick. Over at first is Jackson West. Whole infield on the mound, talking it over right now with Coach Plemons for Lenoir City. Still a 2-0 ball game, so he's trying to keep it at bay for right now and see if the Panthers can't get the bats going on the other side. We'll see if the Bees make a change. Mentioned Chris Worsing got the start, but through 93 pitches on Tuesdays, through 4 innings so far. And with Hedrick coming off, and there is some action in the bullpen, so I would imagine that's Andrew Hedrick over there in the bullpen right now. For the Bees. Take a check of that pitch count as well for Chris Worsing. As Carson Shoup steps in, he had the sac fly RBI his last time up, struck you out in the first. Worsing is at 54 pitches right now. And there's a strike across to Shoup. Runners on first and second and 1 away here in the top of 5 for Upperman. They lead 2-0. Just 1 hit in the ball game. That was Andrew Hedrick who led it off here in the inning. Abercrombie on the mound will step off as he works out of the stretch. The sun beating down again here at Sweetwater. It's kind of gone in and out with the cloud cover that'll cover and dissipate again. Shoup ready to go. Abercrombie delivers. Breaking ball, bouncer left side, fielded in foul territory. Yeah, that's foul ball. And it's 0-2 here on Shoup. No balls, 2 strikes on Shoup at the plate with 1 away and runners on first and second. Barnes stands at second, West over at first for the Bees. Abercrombie delivers. Breaking ball, drop third, but first base occupied, so it will be a strikeout, and that is the second out of the inning. Second strikeout for Abercrombie. And here comes Denton Huddleston with 2 away. He reached and scored in the second on a walk. He flew out to center his second time up. He was the first batter that Abercrombie faced in the 3rd inning when he came on in relief of Isaac Dye, who now plays second base. First pitch into Huddleston. Check swing, bounces off of Turpin, gets to it quickly, throw down to third, and that is a great save by Dean, who had to come off the bag and make the catch to save it from going into left field. Barnes takes third, West up to second. Runners on second and third now for the Bees. They lead 2-0 with 2 outs here in the top of 5. Abercrombie delivers. Ground ball, right side. Dye has it. It will throw to first and gets the out in time. So the Bees strand a couple. They lead 2-0. And the Panthers come to the plate in the bottom of 5. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Bottom of 5 here at Sweetwater. Upperman taking on Lenoir City. Changes in the field for the Bees. Brain Green has come out. Chris Worsing to second base. In left field now is Rylan Case. And Andrew Hedrick will take the mound as he comes in from left field and come on in relief of Chris Worsing. Was at 54 pitches. He was clean through 4 innings of action as well against this Lenoir City lineup. No runs, allowed just a couple of hits, and was able to strand all of those base runners, hit a couple of batters. Didn't quite have his best stuff. Threw a lot of breaking stuff, but again, he threw 93 pitches on Tuesday, so they limit him to just 54 today and gets the start clean through 4 innings and in line for the win right now as Andrew Hedrick will come on in relief. He has been solid this year when he has come on in relief so far this season. His numbers look like this for Hedrick: an 8.75 ERA, an 0-1 record in 4 appearances. He's pitched in 4 innings, given up 6 hits, 9 runs. Only 5 have been earned, 4 walks and 4 strikeouts, and a batting average against of .333. So Hedrick trying to find it here against the Lenoir City lineup that will bat 7, 8, 9 here in the 5th. Lane Claybo, Gavin Hensley, and Nathan Abner as they trail 2-0. They got a couple of hits there against Worsing in the 4th. And now face a new pitcher and much different variety on the mound, and Andrew Hedrick, the young righty for the Bees. As Claybo will step in, struck out his first time. He's 0 for 1. Bottom 4 in the lineup. Combined 0 for 5 so far in the ball game as we begin the bottom of the 5th. Hedrick across. That one sent out to left field, and able to make the catch out in left is Rylan Case. He slipped up for a second, but able to adjust and make the catch for out number 1. Balls are traveling well out to the left. Obviously the wind helping that a little bit as well. 1 gone on 1 pitch as Gavin Hensley steps to the plate here in the 5th. Hensley grounded out to the left side of the infield, and Carson Troop his first time up. That first pitch from Hedrick will miss outside for ball 1. Bees at 9-10 on the year, taking on the Panthers at 7-10. Panthers have won 2 in a row. Bees got a win yesterday against Smith County 9-3, one of their most complete wins of the year. Only had 5 hits in the game, but 6 errors in the field by the Owls, and good defense as well by the Bees. That one says it misses outside. It's 2-0. Hensley steps in. Hedrick ready to go. Delivers home. Misses outside. The count runs to 3-0 on Gavin Hensley. One gone in the inning after the flyout by Claybo. Hensley at the plate and a 3-0 count. Hedrick brings it home and misses inside, so it'll be a 4-pitch walk issued to Gavin Hensley, and a 1-out base runner for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 5th. Left fielder Nathan Abner will step to the plate. He lined out on a hard shot to Carson Troop at third base, his first time up. He steps to with a runner on first and 1 out. Hedrick now will work out of the stretch as Sawyer Brown holds on Hensley at first. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball at 64 miles an hour. It's 0-1. Hedrick, the 0-1. Now the breaking ball that time dips a little bit low, and Abner able to hold off 1-1. So Hedrick going right now. Would imagine you're going to see Jackson Green starting game number 2 against Boyd Buchanan coming up in a little bit after this one. And then you can pretty much go to anybody outside of Denton Huddleston and Maddox Barnes. That one's a called strike across, and it's 1-2 to Abner now. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Hedrick sets and fires. Swing and a miss. Andrew Hedrick has his first strikeout of the outing. And 2 gone now in the inning. It'll flip it back to the top now for the center fielder and Xander Lavelle here in the bottom of the 5th for the Lenoir City Panthers. Lavelle, strikeout victim in the 1st. He drew a walk in the 3rd and then was caught stealing by Denton Huddleston to end the inning. He's got a runner on 1st and 2 gone as the Bees lead 2-0. First pitch from Hedrick. Ball 1. Hensley just a couple of step lead over at first base. The 1-0, good breaking ball that time is fouled off. And that's kind of off the arm of Huddleston as it pops up in the air. And the count evens up at 1 apiece on Lavelle at the plate. Hedrick get the fly out from Claybo, walked Hensley on 4 straight, and then the strikeout by Abner, so a good response, and has a couple of outs here in the inning. Now facing the top of the lineup with Xander Lavelle in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-1. Back up the middle, cannot be gloved, and it is through. It'll be a base hit for Xander Lavelle as he sends it right back up the middle, past Hedrick on the mound. And now runners on 1st and 2nd for Hunter Click. So the single for Lavelle. Hensley up to 2nd. And now Hunter Click, who's been to the plate a couple of times, hit by a pitch in the 1st, left stranded at 3rd base, and then popped out into foul territory to Sawyer Brown, as they'll get a runner on here as well for the Panthers for Hensley. And coming on to run at 2nd base for Lenoir City will be Colin Sharp. So Sharp now at 2nd base for the Panthers. Over at 1st is Lavelle. Click at the plate with 2 gone here in the bottom of 5. Now 1 misses outside for ball 1. Hedrick trying to bear down and make some good pitches here with 2 gone in the inning. And the meat of the lineup for the Panthers, who try to mount the comeback, only trailing by 2 runs. 1-0. Outside. Sun continues to beat down here at Sweetwater. Wind has died down a little bit, still coming in from right field, kind of across the field. Beautiful day for baseball on a Saturday. Hedrick out of the stretch. Not much of a lead at 2nd, delivers home. Great breaking ball across for strike 1. As Click was watching it the whole way, now 2-1. Click has runners at 1st and 2nd. Hensley drew the walk and now being run for by Sharp. Single by Lavelle, back up the middle, and the 2-1 pitch blocked up by Huddleston nicely. He keeps it in front, runners stay at bay, and it's 3 balls and a strike here to Hunter Click. Isaac Dye in the on-deck circle, singled his last time up, and then he was trying to advance. He got too far off the bag at first base and was thrown out. 3-1 here to Click. Hedrick brings it home. In the air, to left. Drifting back is Case in front of the wall and makes the catch. A deep fly out to end the 5th, and a couple more runners stranded for Lenoir City. 2-0 lead for the Bees. We head to the 6th. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
At the Quality family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
we provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality family, trusted care right where life happens.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Bees are getting one hit so far, but they have 2 runs across, and they lead 2-0 as we get started here in the top of 6. Andrew Hedrick has the lone hit of the ball game so far for the Bees. Walk and a run scored on a pass ball, and then a sac fly RBI. Been the 2 runs so far for Upperman. They've got 5, 6, and 7 due up here in the 6th. Jackson Green, Sawyer Brown, and Braden Wolke. Green so far is 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. He walked and then was caught stealing in the 3rd. As he looks to start it off against Stephen Abercrombie on the mound, who has really come in and settled things down nicely for the Lenoir City Panthers. Isaac Dye got the start through 2 1/3. He walked 5 batters and a couple of runs scored. And Abercrombie has only allowed a few base runners so far. He allowed 2 in the 5th, but stranded them at 2nd and 3rd. He faces Green for the 2nd time as he issued his first walk of the game so far to Green, as that one's in there for a ball, 1-0. Andrew Hedrick worked around a little bit of trouble in the bottom of 5. He stranded a couple of base runners on a deep fly out to left field. Rylan Case right in front of the fence in left center, able to make the catch. There's the 1-0 to Green. Back up the middle, off the mound, and over the second base bag. It's a leadoff single for Jackson Green. The Bees have their leadoff man aboard here in the top of 6. And they may get a runner on here for Green as well. Green the DH today, so they will bring a runner on. He was caught stealing his last time on the base path. So Green leads it off with a single, just the 2nd hit of the ball game so far for the Bees today. And Sawyer Brown will step to the plate with a runner on first and nobody out. Check to first. Hensley able to haul it in. And that one caught him. So Brown will make his way down to first base. And it's runners on first and second now for the Bees, as Braden Wolke will step to with nobody out. Wolke 0 for 2 so far with a couple of groundouts. And there's a strike across to Wolke, 0-1. Abercrombie delivers. Back up the middle over the outstretched glove. It's standing on second base. Dye cannot grab the ball. Brown got off the bag. He'll step back on. Oh, how's he out? Did he have the ball in his hand? He dropped the baseball. So they say he's out. Brown overran the bag. Coach Shanks is going to ask for time. And they say that Dye picked it up as he stepped on the bag. So it out at second base as they get Brown. Braden Wolke able to reach on the fielder's choice. And Green is runner up to third base in the process. So runners on the corners now for Dawson Mullins with 1 away here in the top of 6. Bees just haven't had that one big base hit today with the runners in scoring position. They've played it a couple of runs. Just had the one sac fly RBI. That one upstairs, ball 1. Mullins steps in. Double move, and diving back in safely. Wilkie didn't have much of a lead. They got Jackson Green on that move a couple of innings ago in the third. Comes the 1-0. Almost hit him as it misses inside, 2-0. Stephen Abercrombie on the mound in relief of Isaac Dye, who got the start, been fairly solid. It's upstairs and outside for ball 3. Wilkie at first. Green's runner at third. Stepping in will be Mullins with a 3-0 count. Another double move. Wilkie about a step off the bag at first. And they're not holding on at third either. One gone in the inning for the Bees, leading 2-0 here in the top of 6. Abercrombie delivers, watching it the whole way. It's 3-1. Mullins looking for something he can handle now with a 3-1 count and runners on the corners. Abercrombie brings it home. Ground ball, left side, third baseman gloves. He's going to bring it home, and it's way past Turpin at the plate. Throw is way off the line, and it'll be another run scored for the Bees. It's 3-0. So Mullins puts it into play. Wilkie advances to second as the run scores for the Bees. They lead 3-0 and still one out here in the top of 6. Andrew Hedrick now at the plate. He singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2 so far today. First pitch swinging back into the net for strike 1. Bees scraped one across in the second, one more in the third, one more here in the 6th. Run's been hard to come by in this game today for both sides. It's been hard to come by as well. Pitcher's been pretty solid. It's just the walks early on for Dye that played at the couple of runs for the Bees before he was pulled. Abercrombie allows his first run of the day. Bunt shown. Hedrick back up the middle, takes a wild spin. Abercrombie gloves, throw to first in time there for the second out of the inning. But it moves the runners up to second and third. So Rylan Case now will be in this leadoff spot in place of Braden Green. So the first AB today for Case. 2 gone in the inning. Runners on second and third in the top of 6. 1 run across for the Bees. They lead 3-0 as Abercrombie will step off and step back on as he works out of the stretch. Wilkie at third. At second base is Mullins. That one bounced. Tremendous block by Turpin to keep it in front and save a run. Good amount of backstop here, especially with that turf infield. It can take some weird hops. We've seen Bees able to score a run already. Turpin keeps it in front again, and it's 2-0 on Rylan Case. Worsing in the on-deck circle for the Bees. He's been aboard a couple of times by way of walk. Doesn't have it hit yet today, just 0 for 1 with the ground out. Case trying to find his way aboard with 2 runners on. The 2-0 pitch. Misses for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes to Case at the plate. He steps in. Runners on second and third and 2 gone here in the top of 6. Bees trying to tack on a few more. 3-0 is bounced. It's ball 4. Gets away from Turpin. Wilkie trying to score. Throw comes in. Did he get underneath it? He did not. Turpin got it to Abercrombie in time. It's the final out of the inning, and the Bees' lead is 3-0 through 6. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, Realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Well, the Bees get another run across. They say Braden Wolke caught it home on the pitch from Turpin to Abercrombie, who applied the tag. It looked like he may have been underneath. It was close. Home plate umpire said he got him. And so the Panthers now to the plate here in the bottom of 6, trailing 3-0. 3, 4, and 5 due up for them as they're down to their final 6 outs here in this ball game today. And again, 2-hour, 10-minute time limit. We're not quite coming up on that. This game has moved along at a fairly good pace so far, 12:38 local time right now. So we're getting kind of close to about 2 hours or so. It's going to be right at about 1 o'clock here local time, that 2-hour, 10-minute time limit. Isaac Dye steps in to lead it off here in the bottom of 6. He's 1 for 2 today, and with a single, that breaking ball across from Hedrick misses outside for ball 1. Hedrick came on in relief of Chris Worsing to open it up in the 5th, allowed a couple of base runners on a walk and a single, but was able to strand them both on the fly out to deep left field by Hunter Click. This one swung on and missed. It's strike 1. We'll see Jackson Green coming up in game number 2 against Boyd Buchanan. It'll be a tough contest for the Bees. They're trying to close off this one, get back to 500 for the first time in a long time this season. 9-10 on the year right now. Hedrick breaking ball back up the middle. Mathis has an eye on it and makes the catch right at him in center field. And that's the first out of the inning here in the 6th. So Connor Turpin steps 2, hit by pitches last time up. He grounded out to Chris Worsing his first time. Been aboard just the one time today. There's been a few hits in the ballgame so far for the Panthers, 3 of them coming in the last 2 innings. That one, an inside pitch, goes down the line. Shoop charges on. Throw to first is not in time. It was close again. Field umpire right there says he beat it out. So the infield single for Connor Turpin. So here comes Becca Cusick, the DH. Shoop was able to charge onto it pretty quickly. Pretty good transfer as well. Brown the scoop, but Turpin able to turn on the Jets. And he reaches over at first base. Cusick to the plate for the 3rd time today. Doubled his last time up. Struck out his first time. 1 for 2. Swings the first pitch he sees. Swings right through. It's strike 1. Runner on first with 1 gone here with the bottom of 6 as the Panthers trying to get back into it, trailing 3-0. Hedrick on the mound for the Bees, delivers home. It's a pitch out. Throw down by Huddleston. Fairly good one, but it's not caught by Mullins. It'll be a stolen bag for Turpin. So runner in scoring position now for Cusick at the plate. And Hedrick will step off with that runner on second base. Saw that yesterday a lot with Smith County and the Bees, with runners at second and the pitchers stepping off and trying to go through the signs. Catchers having to switch them up. And now time is asked for by the batter, and Cusick, he'll step out. Bottom of the 6th here at Sweetwater, a 3-0 lead for the Bees. Pitch from Hedrick. Good breaking ball. This is outside, 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike here to Cusick. Runner at second for the Panthers. Hedrick peeks back to him and delivers home. And misses outside. 3 balls and a strike here to Beckett Cusick. Cusick ripped the double his last time up. He's got a runner at second base in a 3-0 ball game with 1 away here in the bottom of 6. And a 3-1 count to him. Hedrick trying to work his way back into it. The righty delivers. Breaking ball is fouled off and the count runs full. Three balls, 2 strikes. Hedrick got behind, now working his way back in. The payoff pitch, swung on and missed. A huge strikeout for Andrew Hedrick on the mound, and there's 2 outs in the inning. Hedrick has his second strikeout so far today. Branson Dean will step to the plate, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out so far to his name. He comes to the plate with a runner at second base and 2 gone here in the bottom of 6. Panthers down to their final 4 outs here in this ball game so far. Hedrick brings home the first pitch to him. Good. Breaking ball. Apparently missed inside. 1-0. Now Hedrick will step off and ask for the signs. Dean struck out in the second, grounded out to short his second time up in the 4th. And the first pitch, or second pitch from Hedrick, and that one hit him. So but another base runner aboard. And Lane Claybo now will step to the plate with the runners on first and second and 2 gone here in the 6th. Hedrick was able to work his way around trouble in the 5th with runners on first and second. He got the deep fly out to click to end the inning in the 5th. He's got runners on first and second here as well with 2 gone. Here comes Claybo, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout so far. Lefty steps in against Hedrick on the mound. It's the first batter that Hedrick faced. He got him to fly out to left to open up the 5th. And he'll ask for time and step out. Two gone in the inning here with the bottom of 6. Bees with a 3-0 lead. Mullins races in behind at second base. Hedrick will bring it home. It's a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Hedrick looks to first and now to second and delivers home the 0-1 pitch. Back up the middle. Hedrick gloves on the mound, turns to first. Good throw and able to get out of the inning again. Strands another couple of runners in the process. The Bees have a 3-0 lead as we head to the 7th. You're watching high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this brand new construction on the Caney Fork River in Sparta. This home sits on 1.6 acres with 190 feet of river frontage and boasts 2,300 square feet of living space with a spacious 2-car garage. Enjoy the river views from your beautiful expanded covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Turf Masters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. They also provide snow and ice removal during the cold winter months. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Back here at Sweetwater, it's a 3-0 lead for the Upperman Bees. Game number 1 of 2 today. They'll take on Boyd Buchanan. Coming up in game 2, Stephen Abercrombie still on the mound for Lenoir City here as we start the top of the 7th. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Bees. Chris Worsing, Carson Shoup, and Denton Huddleston. Exactly who you want up if you're trying to scrape across an insurance run. 4-0 feels a heck of a lot better than 3-0 coming up in the bottom of 7. Bees just have 2 hits today, but they got the 3 runs across. They've only stranded 7 base runners as well. They had 6 walks issued to him, making 7 walks issued to him throughout the ball game. That's been a lot of the base runners, a hit batter in there, and then a couple of fielders' choices. So Chris Worsing will lead it off here in the 7th. He's been aboard a couple of times, both of them walks. He was stranded both times in the 3rd and the 5th. Grounded out in the 1st, 0 for 1 so far today. Abercrombie has just allowed the 1 run in his relief outing, coming on in relief of Isaac Dye, who started it in the first 2 1/3. Bees at 9-10 on the year, trying to get back to 500 and then take on a solid Boyd Buchanan team coming up in game number 2. A stoppage there before Worsing's AB gets going. When picking up again, kind of blowing in towards that 3rd base dugout. Turpin trying to get the straps on right on that right shin guard. And now Lenoir City trying to figure it out with their book. Everybody squared away. And we look to be ready to go here in the top of 7. So Worsing will step in. Looking for his first hit today. It'll just be the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Bees. They've got 2 today. As that one dips down low for ball 1. Andrew Hedrick has one of them. Jackson Green the other. Hedrick singled to open up the 5th. Green singled to open up the 6th. The 1-0 swung on, left side of the infield, right at the shortstop and click, and he's able to make the grab as it's flared to him. And that'll be just a couple of pitches and 1 out here in the 7th. So Carson Shoup steps 2. How about the clutch hits that he has had this week? Another one today, had the sac fly RBI in the 3rd to plate the 2nd run of the ball game for the Bees. There's a couple of strikeouts in there as well. He's looking for his first trip down to first base. And that one bounces down low on the turf for ball 1. Bees will get Jackson Green on the mound coming up in game number 2, I would imagine. I guess I haven't technically been told that yet, but no games Monday and Tuesday for Upperman. They'll play Thursday. It's normally a Maddox Barnes spot. He pitched yesterday against Smith County. Could see Braden Wolke in that game as well, or even a Denton Huddleston. This one swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Bees have had some of that young talent step up and really pitch well. You might see a Dawson Mullins at some point this weekend, too, even next week. Very deep staff for the Bees this season. 1-1. Fouled off, and it's 1-2. One gone in the inning after the soft line out by Chris Worsing. Shoup with a 1-2 count on him. Abercrombie just a couple of strikeouts so far today. 1-2 swung on, dropped 3rd. Shoup is going to be tagged out, and that'll be the 3rd strikeout for Stephen Abercrombie on the mound in the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 down. Here comes Denton Huddleston for the 4th time today. A fly out and a ground out in his last 2 plate appearances. He walked and scored a run, or his runner scored a run, I should say, back in the 2nd. He's got nobody on and 2 gone here in the top of 7. Bees lead at 3-0. Check swing. And they say he did not go. Ball 1. Abercrombie will deliver. That one ripped down the line, and it's going to go foul. Seen that quite a few times from Huddleston, where he's been out in front of some pitches. There's a 1-1 count here to Denton Huddleston at the plate. He's looking for win number 10 on the year. They'll take on a Boyd Buchanan team coming up in game number 2. The 1-1 dips down low. 2 balls and a strike here to the catcher for the Bees in Huddleston. Abercrombie delivers. Swung on, flared to left, and that'll sail out of play. And the count now 2-2 on the freshman Bees catcher. Game today presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. We'll pick our Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game coming up in the post game. We'll have a news stream coming up for game number 2 with Boyd Buchanan coming up afterwards. A short little break in between, and then we'll have that news stream live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Cameron and myself here today for this one. Noah decided that the Final Four was a little bit more important in Indianapolis, I guess. Comes the 2-2 pitch. And had him kind of sawed off. It goes into foul territory, and that'll be a foul ball. It kind of came up and inside. It was the preservation swing from Huddleston. It gets a piece of the bat, and we'll just remain at 2-2. And Abercrombie can ask for a new baseball as well, as that one went off the end of the bat. Huddleston will step back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of 7. Bees with a 3-0 lead, nobody on. Abercrombie will deliver. Breaking ball, swung on. Huddleston sends it out to left field, and it drops in front of the left fielder and gets past him. Huddleston will look for extra bases as he will stroll into second, still with his eyes up as the throw comes in. And Denton Huddleston finds his way to second base as he sends that one into the outfield. Another base hit for the Bees. So here comes Jackson Green. Been aboard a couple of times today with a single and a walk. Two gone in the inning here on the top of 7. Runner on second base for the Bees as Denton Huddleston was able to send it into left field and find his way aboard. Green watches that first one dip low for ball 1. Green singled his last time up. He walked back in the 3rd, flew out in the 2nd. 3 runs in the ball game so far for the Bees. Just a few hits. The 1-0. Swung on. Green sends this one out to left. Huddleston running hard, and they're going to send him. Throw comes in. Cut off at 3rd. Throw comes down. Huddleston reaches for the plate, and he is safe just barely. Now Green taking advantage. Will try to get into second base, and he is in there as it bounces away from Dye at second. Heads up, base running by the Bees. They get their insurance run across as Jackson Green gets the job done and then takes second base in the process. 4-0 lead for the Bees with 2 outs here on the top of 7. And Sawyer Brown will have another chance at the plate. Jackson Green now on second base as he advanced on the throw home. His 2nd hit of the ball game so far. And will that one be enough to get the job done for the Bees today against Lenoir City, who have won a couple of games in a row? Sawyer Brown with his 4th plate appearance so far today. Been aboard a couple of times with a walk and a hit by pitch. Swings to the first pitch he sees. Bouncer left side coming onto it. Dean, the throw is a good one. Gets the out, but the Bees get a run across. 4-0 we head to the bottom of 7. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Third pitcher of the ball game for the Upperman Bees, Jackson Green, is on the mound for the Bees to try to close this one out in the 7th. They've got a 4-0 lead and taking on 8-9-1 in the order for the Panthers. Gavin Hensley, Nathan Abner, and back to the top in Xander Lavelle. The Bees got a run across there in the top of the 7th thanks to Jackson Green, was able to drive home the run of Denton Huddleston, and now he'll try to close down. A couple of nice outings for Chris Worsing. He got the start, 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Hedrick, a couple of innings in relief. 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And now Jackson Green will try to get it done on the mound for the Bees. With a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of 7. Hensley at the plate. First pitch to him. Down low for ball 1. Hensley walked his last time up. Grounded out to the left side of the infield his first time. 0 for 1 so far today. Carson Shoop over at third base, Mullins at short, Worsing at second, Brown still at first. The pitch from Green. That's a called strike in the inside corner at 69 miles an hour, 1-1. Looks like Hedrick is now in left field, Matheson center, and Wolke out in right. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, dips out of the zone, 2-1. Panthers seeing if they can mount a bit of a comeback here. An important insurance run in the top of the 7th for the Bees. It's the 2-1 pitch. Down low, 3 balls and a strike. Green trying to work his way back into it. He's trying to finish off game 1 before they face Boyd Buchanan, game number 2. 3-1 on the way. Right down Broadway for strike 2. So Green works the full count. Hensley will step in. Lead-off batter here in the bottom of 7. And the payoff. Fouled off. Do it again. Hensley steps in. Green's ready to go. Out of the windup. Payoff again. And it misses for ball 4. It'll be a leadoff walk issue to Gavin Hensley. So Jackson Green walks the first batter he sees here in the 7th. And Nathan Abner will step to the plate. Coach Plemons having a conversation with the home plate umpire. And they'll bring a runner on. Lincoln Bennett again on to run. This time for Hensley. And Nathan Abner to the plate. 0 for 2 so far. This 9th spot in the lineup, a sharp line out to Carson Shoop at third base in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th. Nobody out and a runner on first for the Panthers. They trail 4-0 here in the bottom of 7. Pitch from Green. Down low, ball 1. Jackson Green has been really solid in his outing so far. Just his second relief appearance so far this season, an ERA of 1.63 and a record of 3-0. That one's in there for a called strike in the inside corner, 1-1. 30 innings, he's got 44 strikeouts and just 9 walks, a batting average against of 179. He came in to close the ball game out against Trousdale County, or beg your pardon, Central Magnet last week. Here's the 1-1. Called strike, 1-2. Green walked the leadoff batter, and now ahead 1-2 on Abner at the plate. Bennett over at first base for the Panthers. The pitch upstairs. Good spot on 1-2, and the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Abner able to lay off of it on the elevated pitch. Green will peer in as he works out of the stretch. Huddleston behind the plate. And the 2-2 pitch. Runner goes. Swung on. We'll do it again. Fouled back into the backstop. The sun continues to beat down here at Sweetwater High School. It's been dry all day. We're fortunate for that. Runner on first. Open it up here in the bottom of 7. Nobody out. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Abner, the 9 batter in the lineup for Lenoir City. Green delivers. 2-2. Swung on. Out towards center field. Mathis trying to find it in the sky. He's got it for out number 1. 1 gone in the inning here in the 7th as the Panthers now flip it back to the top of the lineup. Xander Lavelle, the center fielder, will come to. Walked and singled his last 2 times up. He was caught stealing back in the 3rd. Faces Green for the first time with a runner on first and 1 gone here in the bottom of 7. Bees leading 4-0. 3rd pitcher used in the ball game today for Upperman. Might mean you get Dawson Mullins coming up in game 2. We'll see if Green starts game 2. That one misses outside. Green walked the leadoff batter in Hensley. Now running for him is Bennett. Able to get the fly out by Abner. 1 gone in the inning as he faces Lavelle for the first time. That one dips down low, and it's 2-0 here to the leadoff batter in the lineup for Lenoir City. He's got 1 more across in the top of 7 for the insurance run. And the 2-0 on the way. And slipping on the mound is Green. Will have to make his way back up. That's the difference here at Sweetwater. Obviously, the turf infield. It's turf everywhere in the infield, at home plate, on the mound, and on the base paths as well. And then it turns to the natural grass as it switches to the outfield. He's playing on a few turf fields this year. Here's 3-0. That's called strike, 3-1. So you got to figure out your footing a little bit. Not allowed to wear the metal cleats that you normally do on the dirt field. 3-1. Called strike, 3-2. Count runs full again. 2nd time in the inning for Green. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Lavelle. The payoff. Fouled off. Ooh. Caught something hard. Full count again to Lavelle. He'll step back in with a runner on first in Bennett. The pitch. Strike 3 called right down Broadway to get Lavelle. It's the 2nd out of the inning, and the Panthers down to their final out. First strikeout for Jackson Green on the mound. Hunter Click will step to the plate now with 2 gone and a runner on first. Back up the middle. Mullins to his left. It pops out of his glove and gets behind him, so Click is able to reach. And now runners on first and second with 2 gone. Yeah, with the 4-run advantage, Isaac Dye will come to the plate now for the Panthers, and runners on first and second and 2 gone. Dye's been aboard a couple of times. I beg your pardon, one time. He singled back in the fourth. First pitch from Green to him. Swinging and sends it up and out of play over the right field fence for strike one. Bennett is at second base, running for Hensley, who drew the leadoff walk here in the inning. Click reaches on the ground ball up the middle, mishandled by Mullins at short. Runners on first and second with 2 gone and an 0-1 count. The pitch from Green, downstairs, bounces away from Huddleston, gets to the backstop, and runners will advance to second and third now. A 1-1 count here to Dye now. He started this game on the mound. He moved to second base afterwards. He went 2 1/3 on the mound. Allowed a couple of runs and walked 5. He's got an opportunity here to cut the lead a little bit closer in the bottom of 7 in a 4-0 game. And a 1-1 count on him with 2 away. The pitch from Green. Hit him. Bases loaded. So here comes Connor Turpin now. He becomes the tying run at the plate. Turpin singled his last time. Hit by a pitch back in the fourth. And now we'll have a visit from Coach Farley to the mound with 2 gone here on the bottom of 7. The Bees leading 4-0, but the bases loaded for the Panthers. And their cleanup batter at the plate in Connor Turpin. Farley will try to talk some things over as they try to navigate this final out of the inning. It was the ground ball mishandled by Mullins at short. Click reaches. He's now up to second base. Dye hit by a pitch in the middle of the back. Jackson Green just making his second relief appearance of the season. Trying to close this ball game out. Got a couple of nice outings from Chris Worsing and Andrew Hedrick on the mound. And now the real threat for the Panthers here on the bottom of 7 with 2 gone. With the bases loaded and their cleanup batter at the plate. Farley relays what he wants to say on the mound before Jackson Green will step on and the infield will take their positions. Green will work out of the windup with the bases loaded. First pitch that he sees, hit right side. Worsing cannot get there. 1 run scores. Here comes another. Throw just now coming into second base, and it's a 4-2 game. Connor Turpin drives home a couple with a single. So 2 runs across for the Panthers here on the bottom of 7 has cut the lead in half. Bennett. Dye advances up to third base. Now runners on the corners with 2 outs. And the winning run coming to the plate in the form of Beckett Cusick. Then Huddleston going through his first and third signs. He's ready to go. Cusick, the DH. Been aboard 1 time. He has doubled today. He's 1 for 3. He's got a couple of strikeouts as well. Green trying to close it out. First pitch to him. Upstairs and outside for ball 1. Double move by Green. Everybody back to their bases. Cusick steps in. Green delivers the 1-0. Outside for ball 2. Runners on first and third, 2 across here in the bottom of the 7th for the Panthers in a 4-2 ball game. 2 outs in the inning. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. On Cusick at the plate. Bees will take on Boyd Buchanan coming up in game number 2. Trying to get back to 500 with a win right here. Got to get 1 more out. 2-1 count to Cusick. Green delivers home. Called strike. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning, and 2 runners on for the Panthers. Tying run is over at first. The pitch. Swung on and missed. It's a strikeout for Jackson Green to end the ball game, and the Bees win it 4-2 against Lenoir City. A nice job by Jackson Green. Works around a little bit of trouble and able to close the ball game out. And Jackson Green gets the job done, and the Bees improve to 10-10. First time back to 500 in a long time for these Bees. They'll have a chance to get back on the winning side of things with the record category in game number 2. We welcome you into the post-game show. Final score today, Bees win it 4-2. And again, they get the job done defensively. Some nice outings on the mound from a few different pitchers. Again, 4 runs, just 4 hits on the day. They did have 1 error in the field. On the other side for Lenoir City, 2 runs on 5 hits. They had an error in the field as well. At the plate for the Bees today, a couple of hits for Jackson Green. He goes 2 for 3, drives in a run. He also reached on a walk. 1 for 2 today for Andrew Hedrick. A couple of runs scored by Braden Green and Rylan Case so far today as well. Denton Huddleston goes 1 for 3 as he scores a run. He was the insurance run across for the Bees in this one. Chris Worsing got the start. He went 4 innings to start it off. He'll get the win today. 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Hedrick came on in relief. 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And then Jackson Green, he closes it out with 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. For the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game, we're going to go with Jackson Green for his performance at the plate today. 2 for 3 with a run driven in. He drives home that insurance run, and obviously they needed that in the end of it. He also closes the ball game out with 1 inning of action in the 7th. Jackson Green, your Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game, as the Bees win it 4-2. They are 10-10 on the season. They will get ready to face Boyd Buchanan coming up in just a little bit in game number 2. We'll step aside. We'll have a new stream coming up in game number 2. You've been watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment.